Well, this certainly is not a video that I wanted to make or anybody else wants to make. And I'm still holding out hope. I don't know. I've heard some things, and sure you've all heard some things, but at this point in time, what time is it right now? It's about 2 o'clock or so, just before 2 o'clock on Monday afternoon. So yesterday afternoon at some point, Mike Leach suffers a major heart attack at his home in Starkville. And he's stabilized somewhat by the EMTs that got there about 10 or 15 minutes later. Then he was airlifted to another medical facility in Mississippi somewhere. The bad news is there's a lot of reports that it wasn't just a heart attack. Major heart attack, bad enough. Seizures, possible brain damage, all this stuff. We've heard that he's been in ICU in critical condition. And unfortunately, if the reports are true, and that's an if, I'm not verifying this, I'm just speaking on what I'm reading, is that he has been moved to hospice care. And it's just a matter of time before they quote unquote pull the plug on him. This is a very, very sad time in college football. I mean, we come on here, on YouTube especially, that's all I'm speaking on here. We love trash talking teams and trash talking coaches and trash talking players and trash talking each other and this and that. There is only one Mike Leach. And for as long as I live, if I live another 40 or 50 years, God willing, there will never be another Mike Leach personality in all of college football. You can say what you want to about Mike Leach and his success coaching at a high level in college football. He was credited with the innovative, at the time, air raid style of offense when he was at Texas Tech. Then, of course, he goes on to Washington State. Then, of course, he goes on to where he's at now, Mississippi State. And a lot of people, a lot of coaches and coordinators and whatnot over the years have attempted to copycat Mike Leach's style of offense because that's what both the NFL and college football are, essentially, are copycat leagues. If you come up with some sort of style of play that resonates and works, then you're going to have a certain percentage of other coaches out there try to emulate and copy that. And so that's what we've seen out of Mike Leach. Now, his win-loss record is maybe about 60% total as his time as a head coach. So by the numbers, Mike Leach is a slightly above average Power 5 football coach on the field. But Mike Leach's contribution to this sport goes way beyond first downs, touchdowns, wins, bowl wins, national championships, any of that sort of thing. The guy, and I know you hear this term all the time, the guy is a gift. The guy is a gift to the sport. I don't know, maybe there are some coaches out there that don't like Mike Leach. Maybe they had some sort of personal issues with each other on or off the field. I don't know. I've never heard anybody say anything bad about the guy. But none of that matters. None of that matters in this situation. It's like I said, there's only one Mike Leach. There only ever will be one Mike Leach. And it just goes to show you how us as fans take for granted these players and these coaches a lot, right? Even myself, I'm on here, I'm very critical of my own team because I love my team. I love the Clemson Tigers. I love Clemson University. It's been a huge part of my life ever since I was a little boy. And here I am, a 40-something-year-old man, talking into a cell phone on a daily basis about a sport and a team that I have absolutely zero control over. But I think we take these coaches and players for granted, and every once in a while, you have to take a step back, and this is a perfect example of that when it comes to somebody's health and life and whatnot. So I hate to be like morbid here, but it's kind of hard not to be morbid in this situation. I just think it's a matter of time before we get the news. You know, I'm shooting this video right now. It's just before 2 o'clock on Monday. Of course, the news broke yesterday about his issue. Unfortunately, I think it's just a matter of time, probably just a matter of hours, before we hear the ultimate bad news. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I hope that whatever reports I'm reading on Twitter and online on Google Machine are completely wrong, and he's still going to pull through, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. So I don't know if you're a religious type. You might want to say a prayer for Mike Leach and his family. If you're not a religious type, keep him in your thoughts. But this is a sad day and a few days in the world of college football. That's all there is to it. So I guess that's it, man. Prayers to Mike Leach. We love you, bro. Thanks for all the laughs. That's it. I don't know what else to say. You know what? I am legitimately sad about this. I am. Sad day for us. All right, guys.